Hello gamers and welcome to Steel Division Sunday, Division 4 match. It's game 1 in the Boomer and Biggums. They play on Orshore North and the Boomer plays with first Première Division Française and with Maverick income, and then Biggums will play with the 7th Armored. The Desert Rats also with Maverick income. Yeah, and the reason I'm casting this game is that I was looking for games, and since I will play against the Boomer, a really tough opponent in my opinion, I will take a look at his games and can cast them at the same time. So first French fell down a little bit, with the restriction speed, but still a good division, particularly the infantry, obviously. Here we see some normal Recon, we see M8s, single vetted, tank gun Commandos d'Afrique with their bazookas, pretty nice unit, and radio, and then Stuart Recon tanks as well. Infantry tab, you see the Commando chocks, they are pretty good with 10 men, and Willy Pete is a flamer, so they're basically a CQC unit. And we see Bim Tranape, an ace, that's also a good unit, 2 automatic rifles, only the brand but still, and then you get a bazooka, which is really cool. Legion Commander and Legionnaires, 2 in A phase, both double vetted. They are fantastic units, not against a armor of course, but other than that, fanatical shock, 13 man, they really dish out damage as well. Then more BIMs in B phase and more Legionnaires as well. Then the Legionnaires tiniest with the double flamethrower, 10 man shock, fanatical, and then yet another card of Legionnaires, but this time in the half track. Also the Legionnaires here, the Pioneers come in the half track. So in B phase, lots of good stuff as well. And then in C phase, it's the Maquisards. Back in the days, you would usually take this commander, because with the Piat is pretty good, and he's cheap, and he can come in the traction. But these days are over. Where this was super good, it's now only 100 kilometers per hour. It used to be 20. I think 110, I think 120. So yeah. Good choices here. Tank tab. See M10 destroyers and Shermans in space. All you need. Support tab. Kill howitzers. Commander, that's interesting. And ammunition. No Busier, only one howitzer card. There are still some options you have. Anti-tank, partisan, so he will do some A-phase shenanigans deployment already, I think. M3 gun, they're not as bad as they used to be, because not always all the units die within. M3 gun against lighter armor, cannon 57, and then tank destroyers. Anti-air, 2 cards of Bofors, that's all you need. Single vetted, 60mm mortars, 80mm radio mortars, with almost a bit of a mortar overkill in A phase. I don't think he will call them all in. Then battery leader, artillery leader, and then a heavy Obusier in B phase. Air tab, Spitfire, and then the fighter bomber with a medium load, where you can switch off one bomb, drop it, and then drop the other one. And with bad resilience only though. 47D. Resilience, also 2 bombs, really nice. Plane, also the Hellcat with the AT rockets, and they can dual function as a fighter as well. No bombers and no Recon, even though there are some nice Recon options here, as you can see. Now let's check out Creamy Biggums deck. Now, 7th Armored is a very unique division. The way that the units have the battle-weary trait. This unit is made up of battle-hardened veterans who have seen too much of war, although they come from veterans. They also take more suppression, which is kind of a bit counterbalanced by the veterancy, obviously, and the veterancy also gives you better rate of fire and stuff. So it's an interesting trait. Scouts with basically a 4-man sniper squad with a machine gun. That's pretty cool. Comes in the Willies only. There are some other options, but he wants that fast, I guess. Stackhounds, single vetted, tank gun, and then Cromwell Force. They are very fast and they can see themselves, so that's pretty good. He doesn't go for example, the autocar. That's also a vehicle that usually uptrades, and that's quite cheap. Infantry, here he won't shine against the French. Field engineers with their satchel charges, their TNT, rifles Piat, assault engineers in A phase, auto rifles in phase with the half track. I think he might have needed that in A phase already, or even go for this half track here. A phase instead of the rifles Piat, and take the motorized rifles. One less brand, but the car is really helpful, I think. Then more rifles Piat in B phase, so that's a lot of rifles in B phase, assault engineers, and then desert rats, the special unit. In C phase, 8-man, 3 brands, that's pretty cool. 3 automatic rifles is always good. Then quantity is a quality. Then you have Cromwell's here. Cromwell Commander, Firefly, so no infantry commander, he uses the tanks for that. Cromwell Commander here, good choice actually. They are fast, they give fire support, so nice. 2 cards of Fireflies and the Cromwell 7 with 120mm front armor in C phase. Yeah, so he brought like everything he could. The Yevet of Chantry is more like a meme unit, I think, because it's only 1 availability. It's cheap, but only 1, so not that great. And it's very squishy with 35mm armor. Support that Vickers, HMG, single vetted obviously, then Cromwell 6s in A and B phase, and then Bedford supplies. Anti-tank, 6 pounders Wolverine, 17 pounders, and Achilles will have no issue dealing with first French armor. Crusaders and Bofors. Personally, I wouldn't have taken the Bofors. I think I'd rather have taken more Crusaders because they function better in the infantry support role, and the Bofors truck is very squishy. Artillery, spotters, because he probably wants to use them for fighting, and then the sextants here, because of sextants, they're really good. You don't really need this, and it doesn't have much ammunition anyway. No off-map. Off-map could be helpful on this map. 25 pounders also very decent, and also with AP shells, but he doesn't bring it. Air, here we see some Recon, that's lovely. We see a light fighter bomber, which is cool because they reload much faster. There's still a decent bomb load, quite expensive, medium resilience, and then another Tempest Mark V in base with only two bombs at once, basically. And here you have bombs as well, but they are smaller. Medium payload takes longer to reload, but that's your options, basically no bomber. Yeah, that's it. Let's head to Orsha. And here we are on Orsha North. On the left-hand side in red, we see Creamy Biggums with 7th Armored, the Desert Rats, and on the right-hand side, we see the Boomer in blue playing first French. And yeah, a few quick words about the map. Check out the previous videos as well, because it's a map that's played very often. Basically, I think blue has the advantage. In particular, they have a fast diff or faster diff, which is not quite the case here, but it's still a fast diff. Not faster, because here you can see lots of jeeps as well for Creamy Biggums. And the reason is you can get into no, sorry, actually I'm on the wrong side, because this is the red side has the advantage. My bad. Oh, wait. Okay, no, the blue side, I was correct, has the advantage because it's easier to get into this town than it is to get into this town. And also you have a better commanding position on this hill, covering this area off, and can often snatch this flag rather cheekily, and potentially also this one with fire support coming from here. Here's a mill, so if red can get into that, that's pretty cool. But generally speaking, I think that blue has the slight edge. I usually play this map from this perspective, and because I usually end up on the red side, and then you can immediately see, oh shit, I'm on this side. That's not so good. Yeah, because blue can get very quickly this way, and if for you to get here to prevent it, you know, you have quite the way to go. So it's tough. But yeah, the deployment here, Creamy Biggums is actually attacking this town. So Creamy Biggums really knows his disadvantage here in the north, I think. He wants to counter that. The center, a barebone deployment, including a Cromwell 6, though. And the 17-pounder and scouts. Here he's only got... That's a very weird deployment, to be honest. I don't think this is going to work out. This pathing. And here in the north, a lot of deployment here as well, with lots of engineers. Probably he wants to move forward there. Lots of deployment here by the boomer. In the south, he wants to attack this flag from the side, which is a cool move. Which unit? Air, I believe. No, it's actually the partisan. That's funny. Here he brings the group RFM in a special vehicle. Noticed that before. It's like a puck vehicle. That's cool for just 10 points extra. The group RFM, it's a scout unit. And lots of chocks and BIMs and whatnot. And he's attacking this, so he wants to get an advantage here early on. The rest is a defensive deployment. The center is, as per usual, attacking this flag from the side, presumably also from the front. No, actually not. Here's a defensive deployment. Lots of defense here in the north, though. And yeah, so he's only attacking from the side, which is usually enough. Let's start the game. And here we go. Tanks are rolling. Cars are going as well. Lots of partisans here. They are being deployed aggressively, which actually means he's not really going for the flag. That's a bit interesting, because usually blue goes for this flag at least, but he seems to be playing a different game. Will be interesting to see. And Creamy Biggums pushing really hard. The field engineers can just hold. Bit of waste. Yeah, going to the forest is better. That's a good call. And yeah, look how fast Creamy actually is, thanks to the jeeps, but also the enemy is rather fast, and the gun is already in position. M8 as well. Field engineers will go down. Partisans will be deployed like everywhere. And if manages to... Oh, we see an early plane. That's very early. He probably needs units on the ground. Gets into this town, which is cool, and the Cromwell is here as well, so well done by Creamy. Massive deployment here, though, by the boomer. Will sneak these units through. These are falling back. There's no support coming from this. It's not in line of sight. But the M8 will help. And as you can see, this flag is fallen. This flag tends to fall. And it's unusual that red gets into here, but he committed quite a bit. And he won't be able to follow it up properly. And this plane is just... I think he called it in, lost line of sight, and then forgot about the plane. 13-11 for the boomer. Lots of partisans here, very nasty. But well done here for Creamy Biggums in the town. So he actually got the lead. Now, getting Reckon in here would be cool, and some reinforcements. But there's a massive push now by the Boomer in the north. Also a push by Creamy Biggums. Lots of CQC. All push here by the Boomer as well, testing the waters. 12-12. That's 13-11. I think this flag briefly switched. Legionnaires here in a commanding position. And 2 cards of Legionnaires and the BIMP plus this Legionnaire. They will win against the Rifles Piat for sure. You know, if they had come with a half-track, you know, the motorized rifles, it might have been a different story. Legionnaires coming in from the side, that's actually a really good way to redeploy here. The tank destroyer here, which should good chances in defeating the Cromwell. Trucks are being pinned down by the Vickers. In the north, they're still marching. They are now spotted. And now they are only CQC units, so they won't stand a chance against those double-vetted Legionnaires. Plus the BIMP. There was a bit of like a lack of medium-range support units here. 17-pounder actually doing some work, and I think it killed the tank destroyer together with the Cromwell. Maybe they landed 1 hit each. Now the really fast Cromwells are pushing in. That's one of the beautiful things about playing a Cromwell division. You don't only have the fast, you know, initial deployment. You can also then reinforce rather quickly. But now with the BIMs and their bazookas, that's obviously going to be a problem. And the assault engineers will go down. And these as well. Oh no. Okay, very good unload here. But then again, dreadful positioning, they will be shredded. And now BIMP is already going for the Cromwell, as you can see. Or at least getting into range a bit. In the center, the town is still held. And this flag as well, so really well done by Creamy Biggums, who lost this flag and the southern flag. Spitfire coming in, no AA yet, obviously, and takes out the Piat, but there's still the Cromwell. Going for the Tempest, we dropped some bombs here on the BIMP, and another Tempest. Maybe a bit of an overinvestment into air, in particular if you've got potent ground. This partisan is in a very nasty spot. For 10 points. Good mix of units still alive. But against an M8, that spot damage is tricky. Now this is actually an intentional move. It's a very aggressive push. And not necessarily needed. I mean, what, because of the range this weapon has anyway. Partisans also sitting in here. They presumably already took down some of these units. As you can see, they've got 4 shells left. And they should have 6. So yeah, this is a dreadful. And it used to be much worse back in the days when you had more and faster units like that. So I think Creamy Biggums is in a really tough spot now just because of that positioning of the units. BIMP here will survive, presumably. Not spotted by the Cromwell. And this flag will fall. But Creamy Biggums still in the lead. Redirecting this tank. There's a cannon. 150 per penetration, that's enough to take them out. Quite obviously. Is he gonna go for that road? That's actually a good call. M8 will... oh no, yeah, goes down. Towers are being called in. Good unit to be put here. Denying this road here. Not too much is happening here in the north. I got the defense beacon, not sure why. Put it, I don't know what he saw there. Cannon, but it's fired upon by these two units. And when that hit, it should dish out some damage. Oh no, it's shooting at the shocks. That's a bit unfortunate. It has no line of sight on this. Cromwell going in. There's only a Legionnaire. Also Pen. Will they be able to take it down? Presumably yes. Oh no. Tempest. Blind shot, not anything unfortunately for Creamy Biggums, who got this flag. And that's a Vickers. That's not a good call. A Vickers in here is it's not going to be helpful. This is going for the plane, but it won't catch it with the bombs still loaded. But it's 12-12. Tight game. The map is a bit more blue than red. But also Creamy invested quite a bit into his air force. But I think both in the north and the south will struggle with his units with infantry. I think that's maybe the reason why Creamy did not do the typical on this town. He focuses a bit on the foresty areas. And also here, this is just, you know, a must pick here, kind of, because you have such a commanding position on these buildings. You can't be spotted really from anywhere here if you are in a good position and deep enough in the forest. Really tough for red. Another Vickers, but the Legionnaire will kill all these Vickers. Yeah, he notices and goes back. Imp and Bofors, yeah. Seen enough. 13-11 for Boomer, thanks to this flag here. This one and this one. Not much happening right now, as we are hitting the 10-minute mark, meaning both players have now unlocked their best income and the M10 gets a good shot on the Cromwell here, killing it. There's a new vehicle, the third victim, for just 10 points, mind you. Now some very nasty grabs here for the Boomer, and it's a 59 already. Going for the M10, which is a good goal because it's open top. You can actually take it out. Oh, and calling this in so deep is also a mistake because there's already a unit here. Lots of units are called in. Now this was a really good play here. But now he's being pushed quite hard in the north and there's nothing left to stop it. There's just a 6-pounder that won't do anything against the shocks. Cromwell being called in. Yeah. His eyes on the target as well, so it's going to be real pain. Hellcat going for the Cromwell 6 and it goes down in flames. Spitfire going for the Cromwell with its bombs, taking it out in a massive explosion. Now the Legionnaires opened fire on these units. They unloaded the assault engineers, they lost 4 men in the process. Good bomb strike here. But they get away with 7 men, and because they are fanatical, they won't surrender. And another nice bomb strike almost completely wiped out this push. They died in the car, and they are almost dead. Just 1 man left. This flag lost 59. This is held by just this pioneer, this legionnaire basically. Oh no, this the leader unit up here went down somewhere. The leader tank. There's another one coming in. Now AAP's here for Creamy Biggums as well. The 17 pounder will take out the Sherman if it doesn't get away. No, it loses line of sight. And now the howitzer caught the 17 pounder. The howitzer needs to move. The 17 pounder needs to move out of range. The range is 2 kilometers, so this is going to be really nasty. There's a Tempest. There is a Tempest in me. Here we go. Down goes the howitzer. Good target here. Both of us are shooting now. I think he has the points to bring in another Bofors here, and there it is. 16-8. Now these double legionnaires are really shredding. If you don't want to grind it out, then you really need to bring some quality. And Creamy Biggums infantry just is not up to par with the French. Good hit here by the Tempest. I think investment kind of paid off. I mean, he lost a bit too many flags because of them, maybe. But yeah. Now Bimp will be able to take out the Cromwell. Lots of rifles Piat called in to take back this flag. They do stand the chance. Now diverted partly. Take this back and they don't stand a chance against 3 legionnaires. The rifles under fire, quick unload on just on time, but caught out in the open, so they will go down. Yeah. And in the south, with the help of the Vickers, Creamy is trying to take back this flag. Might actually succeed. But the Bofors now denying the airspace. Okay, there's the GG, I presume, by Creamy Biggums. Got outtraded. It's not that terribly outtraded, actually. But it's only 15 minutes, so it was quite noticeable on the battlefield as well. Can see stats for the Boomer only. Rank 23, which doesn't say too much because you get XP in campaigns and solo as well. But as we can see here, most of his XP comes from multiplayer games. 220 hours. I think this sometimes resets, so it could be even more. Multiplayer, that's a very good, very, very good victory ratio. And one campaign as well. A bit at least for 2 XP. Let's take a look at the... So first of all, actually GG, well played to both players. Creamy Biggums suffering from the first the bad side, not too much. A little bit because of this flag south of his town, from our perspective. But he didn't manage to build on his very good push into the town, and then also had some unfortunate losses thanks to the partisans. Lots of units died here. 3 of them due to partisans, 10-point partisans. Yeah. Very red. And this Cromwell did good. That's actually already it. Tempest actually didn't kill that much. This Sherman and this howitzer. Other than that, they just suppressed and did some damage. Losses here we see Bimp did well, Legionnaires did well, Chocks probably in the north. Spitfire, quite a lot of kills. This partisan, a Vickers, a Cromwell, a Rifles Piat, and an Assault Engineer for just 10 points. Yeah, which also means that this here Yeah, it was all the same guy, Daniel, that was in the northern town. So lots of kills here. Yeah, so GG, well played. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more content. There are 2 more games by the Boomer, I think, that I will cast next. So stay tuned for that, and let's see if we can build up on this success story. Thanks a lot for watching. Until then, bye for now.